hear that? That's my knee. I don't have any cartilage in that knee. I'm headed out here to the stairs, and if you notice, for today's video, I have a shirt on. The reason for that is I'm headed to the park to run the stairs, and it only takes me about 6 minutes to get there. Oddly, as soon as I get into my truck on Saturdays and Sundays in the morning, it'll say that. Estimated time, 6 minutes. So I know Big Brother's watching. We're all doomed. You know, when you're talking to somebody and they'll send you a picture or something, and next thing you know, it just pops up on your timeline somewhere. Different topic. But yeah, and I'm not going to drive to the park with my shirt off. Because what if I get pulled over and then I try to put the shirt on or I have it off? It's just weird. So I get to the park and then I'll rip my shirt off like Hulk Hogan used to in the ring. I'm like, I don't even know why I said that. You know how expensive these things? Nah, I take it off when I get to the park, man. Yeah, I don't even know why I said that. Just disregard that. But today's theme is, for me, I had to learn when to, tell people, nah, I'm good. Right? If they gave me some unsolicited advice. Now, if you notice on my videos, I always say it'll be something in there, maybe unsolicited advice. But outside of the video, I really don't just come up to you and tell you something because I don't know what you have going on. Now, there's a different side of it, right? And the different side of it is I learned that there were people out here that want to help you. There were people that were willing to help me. But unfortunately for me, a lot of my opportunities came from like strangers. That's unfortunate. And that might not be your situation. But somebody saw potential in you somewhere, or maybe they saw you doing something and they were willing to give you more information in order to, help the situation, make it a little easier, right? Make it a little bit more sustainable. And early on, even though I was making motion in what I was doing, there was this weird thing that would happen between like accountability and shame. And there was no line there. So I would take it, man, I'm making moves, I'm finally doing this, and this person giving me this unsolicited advice, and I had to learn how to start listening. And when I did that, I was like, dang, okay, that makes it a little better. I told people before, it was this dude I used to work out with at 24 Hour Fitness, like 2011, 2012. And before my 2012 deployment, I had got real lean. And it's because he just gave me more information about certain things. I was working out, was taking all these different pre-workouts and just doing different things. But he started telling me more about like calorie deficit and stuff like that. And I got leaner. And I had learned then, let me start listening to people that are actually out here doing it. Now, I do believe, because I lead with fitness, I got to see you doing that before I'm willing to listen to it. That don't mean, I said before, I don't think you're a good person and you're real knowledgeable in this area. But I'm weird as in when I'm talking to you about this goal, that goal, those things that I'm talking about, it might require discipline and commitment and just making the right decisions. So it has to come from me. And I don't think I'm a successful person if the very thing that I'm, in all the time and I'm relaying the message out of isn't taken care of. But I also know that like getting in shape, like standing shape is very tough. You will get a parade if you say you lost 5 pounds. But if you say you just lost the weight and you just kept it off all this time, people start acting weird about that. So you'll have people that want to help you, and there's no malicious intent. Be willing to listen. But if you know that that's not something you need, nah, I'm good. Because some of these people that will suggest things to you haven't done it. They're speaking from somebody else's situation. And sometimes they tell you shouldn't do it because it might be pushed with the whole notion that, man, it might not happen. You got to be willing to say, nah, I'm good. And I experienced that not only with just other things, even stuff in here. With school, I had experienced that, man. Like when I started my doctorate, I was asking people that had the doctorate. These were some people I saw as mentors. And some of them would give me the advice. Some of them wouldn't get back to me, which it's normal, to be honest with you. Some people want to be up here and they want people to think that they're sharing information, but some of them aren't. They want to be the one, right? But some of these cats would be like, they would give me bits and pieces of information, but for whatever reason would say, Yeah, man, but all that early morning working out stuff might take a hit. Why does that even matter? Now, fast forward, all that early morning working out stuff is the reason I was able to get all my education. That's me personally. It gave me more energy. In my mind, I'm like, if I could do this, I dang shouldn't get that piece of paper. But when that came as a package deal with the little bit of information they was giving me, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna find somebody that, either that doesn't matter or maybe they work out and they got their doctorate. So you got to be willing, to say that, man. Nah, I'm good. And then the people that are giving you the information that you can use, don't be like Mike. I always say that as a pun. Don't have that weird meshed in, not knowing the difference between accountability and shame. Be willing to listen. Take the feedback. Somebody told me, why I did the video. It's in the queue. Like you have like a premiere. I'm not that. I'm not the type of person to where I got so much good information. I want you to wait to get it. I just wanted to try the premiere option. It was a weird topic, right? On why I do videos without a shirt. But somebody was just like, man, giving information, but you got your shirt off. So I wanted to explain. But I took it as feedback. I didn't take it as, man, this dude, because I no longer mesh accountability and shame. Maybe some people have to see certain things in order to, receive the message. I do say you can kind of get over it. Just put your phone down like I do. When I'm working out in here and YouTube's on, it's background noise. But I did a video on that because I thought the thumbnail would be cool. Just out there in this. But yeah, know when to say, nah, I'm good for information you don't need. Because some people they're coming at you from a place of, they've never been there. Some people are coming at you from, man, they don't want to see you doing it. And if it's somebody you cool with and they're giving you information and they're not doing it, you got to be willing to say, nah, I'm good. And, just to, touch back on people that saw something in me. And even my last job, San Diego State Army ROTC program, I was an enlisted Navy service member. And, I retired as an E6. You got cast. It took me, I made first class at my, kind of like at my 8-year mark, to be honest with you. I made E6 because I went to Afghanistan. And when you go to Afghanistan, you can't take the advancement exam in the combat zone. And then when I got back, I studied out there for like the whole year. And I came back and they backdated me for the exam, the first exam that I missed. So as soon as I got home, I put on first class. And, in my rating at the time, my job, it was very overmanned. And by the time it started opening up, I was like focused on school. And I was like, all right, well, I want to work in higher ed because when I started school in April 2010, I met with an advisor and she changed my whole mindset about school. And that's why I said that's powerful to me. I want to do that. I'm not telling you got to go to college. I'll say it every video. I am pro trade, cert, entrepreneurship and all that, but I'm not, it's just my thing. But it was somebody that helped me shift my mindset. And I said, I want to do that. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to get every degree for free. I did. And they changed some of the benefits, but I want to be able to tell students, you can get your associates, your bachelors, your masters, your ed specialists, your doctorate. And if you say, hey man, I'm thinking about going back and get multiple degrees, I can tell you my experience. You don't need 3 master's degrees, but they were free. And I didn't get the cash as a substitute. I didn't have that option. But I retired as an enlisted Navy. It wasn't like I made chief, senior chief, or master chief. But somewhere the colonel at the ROTC program thought I would be a good Army ROTC recruiter. I didn't think so, but she saw that. She said, it's something that you bring to this program. And I said, okay, now I'm gonna get my doctorate. But she saw something and I was willing to listen, kind of. I'm like, man, I can't tell these folks what they need to do to be an Army. I was acting like a punk, but ultimately I took that job and I started doing well. I did pretty well, raised the numbers up. And then even where I'm at now, United States Naval Community College, they kind of let me get in and do my thing. I'm not on social media, but I used to make content about the program and use AI to make stuff a little bit more visual. I go to events, I set it up to with Navy College, the Marine side of Navy College, MTCS, and they let me just go and do my thing. I tell my boss, hey, I got an event coming up, got my own branded polos and everything. So sometimes people will give you information. I don't mean to be on a tangent. It's very useful. It's because they see something in you. But then you got the other people that'll tell you, hey, this is why you shouldn't do this. And maybe you should try this. People will send you workout tips about stuff and how you should eat and trying weird diets. And they're not doing any of it. And you got to say, no, I'm good. And if you're cool with them, No, I'm good, respectfully. So I'm gonna go out here to this park.